Once a group insulates itself from debate and criticism, it becomes a religion. Sarcasm, contempt, outright censorship, peer ridicule, most expressions of hierarchy, any and all of these serve to insulate a group. The scientific method requires debate. This is not optional. It needs debate, not consensus. Why are we speaking about debate and consensus? Because peer review has become the opposite. It's become consensus, not debate. We are censoring those who disagree. The scientific method is meant to acknowledge that the testing is never done. You're never done testing. It doesn't matter if it's been demonstrated 1,000 times. It doesn't matter if it's been demonstrated 10,000 times. The first time it's proven wrong is wrong. So, you have to entertain arguments you think you've heard before. It doesn't matter that it sounds the same or that the conclusion appears to be the same. You have to continue to entertain it. There may be a step. Any step can change the outcome. Any justification for the end conclusion could demonstrate that that conclusion is in fact valid. You have to examine the process and the conclusion over and over and over again. That's what the scientific method is. It is now being used incorrectly. It's actually being used like a religion. So let's get back on track. Thoughtful argument is meant to be welcomed. That's the difference, or intended to be the difference, between science and religion. Yes, it's possible to make disingenuous argument or to fail to recognize when you've lost a debate. One cannot let that make one act in accordance with those who are in error, however. Need it be said, one is now in error oneself if one does so. The irritation we all feel when we know we are correct and we speak to one who is wrong and will not own it is indeed hard to bear. But bear it we must, because those who are wrong feel exactly the same way. Let them show themselves to be the irrational ones. Do not join them. Not every counterpoint of an error is correct. It's more than possible, it's likely, that identifying yourself contrary to error is itself an error unless you've contradicted them on the correct dichotomy, the root. Take, for instance, the left and the right, which are, by the way, both guilty of failing to follow these guidelines at this point, or science and religion. I say science and religion. What we're calling science is, at this point, a religion. It doesn't do these things. Particularly the social sciences, but even with the physical sciences, we've seen plenty of evidence in this direction at this point. There's an awful lot of confirmation bias and echo chamber going on, folks. Bring back debate. Meaningful, uncensored debate.